This video may be a little unhinged at times. I stopped fully scripting out my videos after people kept calling me a Frono's photocopy, which I don't even have a Fro, so that doesn't make sense. But that's besides the point. The point is, Sony just announced the Sony ZV-E1, and I hate it. I want it, and I hate that I want it. I have a problem. Now I'm not going to go over all the minute ZV-1 specs because, well, essentially it's an A7S III without the EVF for half the price with some additional super cool features that I would like to have. And I think that's part of the issue here, and that's part of the reason why I'm a bit unhinged about this situation. I have the Sony A7S III. I really enjoy this camera. I think it's a great camera, and it's been a great camera for me, and maybe that's why I should be happy and not so disappointed at Sony at this point. But at the same time, considering the price that I paid for the Sony A7S III and what a lot of other people paid for, seeing this camera for this price point with these amazing features is a bit of a slap in the face, to be very honest. I'd be even more upset if I bought the FX3, especially for some stupid reason like I wanted it to fit better in my bag or something ridiculous like that. Because even though the FX3 and the A7S III, they definitely have their benefits with the bigger body, the fan for less overheating, and I'm sure as hell that the ZV-E1 would definitely not be dealing with this Vietnam heat right now. So there's definitely huge benefits to having the A7S III and the FX3. But I think that's the issue more than anything. Since there are benefits to actually having a more prosumer body, it would be nice for you to possibly give a firmware update to add some of the additional benefits that could really benefit A7S III shooters and FX3 shooters, with some quality of life things that can definitely be added in a firmware update, like the focus breathing compensation and the color focus mapping, which I don't even like, but I don't like that I don't have it, and all the other little different details that they could add in a firmware to the FX3 or the Sony A7S III, which don't get firmware updates, and are reasons for people like, say, myself, who would like to give you even more money to buy the more professional body, to not feel stepped on or confused about our purchases, or even conflicted about which camera to buy, thinking that, oh wait, a cheaper camera is going to get these super cool features that would be very beneficial to me, but hey, I need, you know, maybe a more professional body. You broke David. You broke David. He loves your cameras and you broke them. I told you it was going to be a little unhinged. He says he's not going to buy any more flagships from you. You burned them once with the A9, and now you've burned them again with the A7S III. And you have people like, you know, Peter Lindgren. They're selling their A7S III, which would have been nice to know because they had like a month prior. Is that like insider trading if you can sell your A7S III for a premium? I mean, somebody should look into it. It could be like a new special thing for YouTubers, just dumping out their old cameras, knowing that they have a new one coming out. I don't have a script. I need a better script. I need a script more. I need to be scripted. I guess my point is, great Sony, you made a great camera. I honestly would be tempted to buy a camera like this for a secondary B cam, but at this point, things are starting to upset me about you, Sony. I would be more willing to buy this as a B cam if you also offered a firmware update to the A7S III, even if it was for a couple $100 extra, or if you offered some of the firmware updates even to the FX3, because some things that are quality of life, these things should be added to your higher end cameras as well. And if you did that, I would probably say, hey, look, Sony's willing to look after their consumers long after their cameras came out. And hey, I'll buy another Sony camera because they really care about us. But right now, I kind of feel like you don't. I feel a little bit like David. Like and subscribe if you agree. If you don't, maybe just don't unsubscribe.